Paul, how is Zeta going for you? Because you normally would be waking up in like a couple hours to do Dawn Guard. How is this all working out for you?
I'm doing okay so far in terms of being tired. I've been working on adjusting my sleep schedule over the last week. It's been a little bit of a trial, not gonna lie. We'll see how it goes as Zeta continues on into the morning. Big shout outs to Dyson Sphere Program, the game, which is a great game if you want to stay up really late intentionally and get like super distracted by like, I need to work on this thing. Oh, and now I need to work on this thing. Now this thing isn't working properly. Oh, now this thing isn't getting enough stuff. Oh,
right.
It's an excellent if you want to go to sleep at a good time. It's maybe not a great game, but if you're deliberately staying up late, I highly recommend.
So you've been trying to stay up later.
Yeah.
To make it to like 7 a.m. or whatever, and then be like, now I'll go to bed, that kind of idea.
Yes, although not 7 a.m. I haven't actually stayed up until 6 a.m. I'll get a level with you.
I hit 5 yesterday. That was it. I was so bored.
It's a weird thing. Like my body, like I just so, for most of my life, I sort of start, I can't stop from just sort of starting, like I kind of, do start to wind down at like around midnight. And I'm just like, yeah, day's over, time reduced. So the idea of like doing a bunch of work, like, working on projects, cleaning the house, doing all this stuff at like 2 a.m.
Right.
It just doesn't, I find that very difficult to connect, but of course, that's something that I could be doing usefully at those times.
Now that you're having to do this,
but
change.
I find that, so you kind of end up with this thing of like, waking up at noon or whatever, and then having like a little bit of time, and then, oh, that was a short day. It's definitely been it's been a bit of a process. We'll see how it goes as the week progresses.
For the last few weeks, I've been going to bed at close to like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. anyway. And the last 2 or 3 days, I've been up to like actually yesterday I stayed up until 10 a.m. and then was like, time to go to bed. And then I went to bed. I wanted to make it till noon when the merch would launch, and it didn't happen. So I went to bed at 10 a.m. and I'm like, it's fine. And then I woke up at 7:30 p.m. and I was like, great, everything's fine. Let's order some food.
I don't think I'm going to end up like completely flip yet. I mean, you sort of live in a state of constant Zeta though, Bish.
Yeah. I'm jealous of you that you can like, are you the kind of person that when you go to bed, you're like, well, that's the end of the day, and you brush your teeth and you change your clothes and you get into bed and you're like, and you hit the pillow and you're asleep in like 3 minutes?
Not necessarily.
I struggle.
Yeah.
But
when do you start that process?
I mean, it's different most nights. Like, could be 2 a.m., could be 3 a.m. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even go to bed when I feel sleepy. I go to bed because I'm like, if I don't go to bed, Heather will kill me.
But I mean, there's a thing like, you do kind of have like a rhythm or whatever, which I'm completely throwing off. But
no, I tried to like scooch mine forward instead of just like hitting it, because I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit sluggish this year. Like usually I'm just like young and happening and with it, and I can just like bam pull 24 hours out of nowhere and just stay awake. And these days I'm like, oh, it's my bedtime. And so I was cycling a little bit of Vampire Survivors with Evil Bad Man on comms, and Disney Dreamlight Valley, which some of my friends bullied me into buying 2 copies of. And then
holy crap.
So you can play it twice as fast?
Holy
On
crap.
PC and Switch, so that I could cloud save swap stuff. But Marvel's Snap is free, so the hours I blow into that is fine. I don't have to feel guilt at all. And then there's a new Loathing game that just dropped without notice, and I'm just like, dear Jacob Burgess, my friend, why did you not tell me that you made a game again?
But yeah, it'll be interesting. It is kind of actually like unique and different. So I'm into that. I like it.
It's like the one thing I think the overnight should always be is a struggle. Like, not in general. I mean, like, Zeta shift. The 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. should feel like it's a bit of a struggle. It's not for me because now all I do is I stay up all these hours. And, like, there was a brief time last year, or at least in the last 11 months or so, there's like a 3-week period where I was going to bed at like 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, I'm sorry, Heather, I got to go to bed because I'm super tired. She's like, no, that's okay. You go to bed. You know, it's good. You should go to bed. And then she's staying up too late. And she's like, I didn't want to go to bed at like 2 a.m., but now I am. And it's like, oh no, like that sucks. But I was like, finally, I'm 40 years old. And I guess I'm older than 40, but it's like I'm in my 40s now. And my body has decided that I should be doing the thing that adults are supposed to do, which is go to bed at a reasonable hour at night and wake up at a reasonable hour in the morning and feel rested and good. And I'm like, yes, what? And I got so excited about that. And I got so happy. And within 3 weeks, it was all shot to hell. I don't know what happened.
You started aging in reverse.
Yeah, I guess.
You're a teenager again.
I don't even have a job where I have to be awake at like 7 a.m. to get on a bus and go to work. Like, it's like, I don't have to do that anymore. It's great. It's one of the best things in the world to not be like, you need to be at work bang at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. It's like, it's so nice to not have to do that.
But like when you did do that, you did, presumably you were sleeping at like a regular time though, right?
No, I was sleeping at work, Paul. I was going into work and then I would sleep during my lunch hour.
All right then.
I was trying to sleep at a reasonable time. Like we go to bed at like midnight or something, and it'd be like, that's fine because I can sleep for 7 hours and feel okay. But sometimes I'd go to bed and it wouldn't feel like I needed to. You know, you fall asleep at like 1:30, and it's like, that's no good. It's gonna suck when I have to get up tomorrow, and it does. And then you try to catch up, and
yeah. No, I've had like insomnia forever with the brain buzz. Like my current medications really helped. So like the worst I can do is like 2 or 3 a.m. Which is so nice. And it's usually only like 1 or 2 nights in a row. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
My suggestion is to not just read manga at full brightness while watching like construction videos.
All right.
That's the report that I've heard on your sleep habits.
Yeah. I don't watch construction videos. What is she talking about?
Just random drilling noises, woodworking.
Oh, restoration videos. Yeah.
You're right, not construction.
Yeah.
You ever get like tired of sleeping? That's super annoying.
In like, you wish you didn't have to do it anymore, or you wish you could just stop
No,
doing it
I
right now?
wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I'm sort of done sleeping now. I'm not like, I'm still tired, but I'm just like, ugh. I've been lying here trying to sleep for so long.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to screw this. I'm just going to get up. Sleeping is too much work.
I have had it happen where if I've been lying in bed trying to sleep and I can't do it. A couple times I have gotten out of bed, gone to the living room, turned on YouTube on the TV, and just kind of found some stuff to watch for like a brief period of time. Sometimes I'll just go have breakfast and just be like, I'm going to have a bowl of cereal. And then I eat a bowl of cereal. We usually warm it up a bit first because I'm like, I don't want to eat something that cold right off the bat. But it's like cereal, tea, watch a little YouTube. And I'm like, that mellows me out so much, and I'm like, time to go to bed again. And then I'm asleep when I get into bed.
I mean, sometimes the wires in your body get crossed, and you'll be like, you get up, and you're like, and you have something, and you'll be like, oh, I was just really hungry, and my body wasn't like reporting that to me properly, and now I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I wish I could
just have like fruit strips or something as a little snack. Like my mom would be like, eat a banana.
I would like it if I knew whether or not I could just have, like, can I just eat an edible, and would it make me sleepy enough that I would actually sleep? Or is that like taking melatonin and having wonderful dreams?
No, that's different.
Yes.
Seriously, that's different.
Those dreams
Melatonin is its own magical substance.
Mm-hmm. I took a tablet that was like 3 times melatonin. I'm like, maybe that'll work. And I tried that. And and I was like, so I tried these little tablets. You're supposed to let them dissolve under your tongue. And they were available in a store. So it wasn't like they were like, I didn't like pick them up from a dude. But you let them dissolve under your tongue, and then it's like, okay, cool. And then I went to bed.
I mean, the dude was standing outside a store.
Yeah,
he obviously got it from the store.
I slept for 6 hours. Then he showed up in my dreams. It was
Did
really
you ever
weird.
wake up again?
No, I slept for 6 hours, and when I woke up, I was very cross with myself because I'm like, those were bad. I didn't like any of those dreams at all, and I'm not doing this ever again. And so I only took the melatonin when I was on, like, when we go to conventions and I couldn't sleep. Then I'd be like, I'm taking it now. And I only did it once because I'm like, I need to sleep. I don't care how bad the dreams are. I need to sleep.
Normally people's melatonin experience is different.
Yeah.
Really, it messes or it messes with your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a lot of trouble waking up if I've taken melatonin, so I don't like to take it because I like to, hit my 8 hours and then become awake, not be a logy like blob for several hours afterwards.
And one
it's kind of
time
not. It's the same as not sleeping for me.
One time I was just taking like cold medication, and that really the drowsy stuff that really knocked me out, and because I was totally unconscious or totally asleep in deep sleep and had just had a cold and was wiping my nose a lot, I had a nosebleed in the night and didn't wake up. And so I woke up with just the entire side of my face was like covered in blood. It was really freaky.
Yeah,
that
was
was
from
know
the
right away?
Transfer. That just happens,
And like the pillow and everything. It was bad.
Was everything in your apartment still the same, or were things slightly different? Because you might have just jumped universes.
I didn't check.
Okay.
Who knows? I mean,
gravity still the same direction. Like,
yeah, gravity still goes left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
yeah, the crime scene wake up. Yeah, that's why you wake up and there's like a detective over top you with a flashlight.
There's already a chalk outline around you.
It's like he's covered in blood, but I don't think he's dead.
Yeah,
nonsense.
It's like maybe you guys were a little quick on the chalk outline there.
We're training a new guy. Here. We want him to get some practice. Gotta get all this chalk out of my sheets and blood. Chalk and blood.
Oh.
Anyway, sleep is weird, and it's one of those. The thing about sleep, it's like one of those. It's kind of like hiccups, where if you complain about it, like everybody's got their own like home remedy. For it's like, okay, what you got to do to go to sleep is you do this and you do this and this and make sure you do this, and then puts you off every time. Or with hiccups, it's like stand on your head and drink a thing upside down.
Yeah, but Paul, if I could like put a $5 bill on my nightstand and say if I don't fall asleep in 5 minutes, my wife gets this $5 bill, then I would do that every night and fall asleep in 5 minutes. But I know that's not going to work.
And Heather would just be like sitting there waiting till her moment to strike to like splash you with water or ice cubes or something
to keep me from sleeping.
It would work. Yeah,
$5.
I feel like that's the incentives at that point are probably not the way you want them to be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you've got $5 to burn or $20 to burn, I don't know if anybody has $20 to burn, but $5 usually works really well.
If you have $5.65 to burn, there's something you should.
We got some time left still. You could still back that. But if you have our giveaway that's going on right now for Dragon Pepe plush and costume, if you got $5 in cash, and someone is sitting like maybe across the table from you and they're hiccuping and they're having a bad time, they're doing it for like 5 or 6 minutes and they can't seem to get it to go away. Pull that $5 out of your pocket. Don't say anything. Put it on the table in front of you and get their attention. Like look them dead in the eye. It helps if you know them. But you say to them, "You see this $5?" And they're like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, "Okay. If you hiccup again, I will give you this $5." They won't
do it. Reverse psychology.
Yeah. If you hiccup one more time, you may take this $5. And every time I have done this, I've done it with 20s because that's more shocking usually. But you put a 20 in front of them, and I've done this to like ask anybody on the bus. I'm sure I've probably done it to one of them at least once. And they'll be like,
just like a random person on the bus?
No, not like
anybody.
No. Yeah. But it's like
the bus as in like here a desert bus.
Yes,
not just like on a desert bus. On a public transit bus.
Yeah. I could probably do it to randos on the bus. It might even work, but
He also has like a deck of cards and does like close-up magic. Have you not been out with Beej?
Being freaked out by somebody like knowing your card is a great way to get rid of hiccups.
Now, here's the corollary to this. I have had hiccups really bad before when I've been sitting in a restaurant or whatever, and I will reach in my pocket and I will pull out because I always carry like some cash, not very little cash with me. Don't try to rob me. You won't get anything good out of it. Like, I know him. He's on Desert Bus. He always carries money. So I pull the $5 out and I hold it in my hand, and I'll say in my head, or I'll mumble it to myself or whatever. It'll be like, if I hiccup one more time, I'll give this to Ian.
Oh.
And I will Jedi mind trick myself into not hiccuping anymore. And I don't know why it works in reverse, why you can do it to yourself, but it has worked on me every time. Because I say, I will give this to Ian, or I will give this to whomever. And I will say, I will do this because I know for sure that I don't want to lose $5. So I will do this.
So that would probably work on other people. You could be like, hey, if you hiccup again, I'm giving this to Ian.
It depends on what
really
their opinion of Ian is,
things.
I guess. Yeah.
Ian or Corey, right? One of those two.
Or Corey. Well, Ian wants his money. He's stated so in chat. So, but
then just like every couple months, Beej comes over to your house and is just like, "All right, here's $50."
Yeah,
there was like 10 people who wanted to do a thing.
I'm not giving Ian any of my money. He has 2 jobs as it is. He doesn't need any more money.
The one that I liked was a spoonful of sugar.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And it has.
You blow it in somebody's eyes. Like, what do you do with it?
No. It had this. There's very people like the actual like reason why people hiccup is one of those like not very well understood medical things, right?
Right.
But there's usually it's some like disconnect between like your breathing and your heart rate or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so the idea was that eating some sugar, like just a teaspoonful of sugar will give you like sort of a change your heart rate somehow or something. That sort of I think that was the sort of science behind it, which is not very
like if we're trying to increase
scientific.
the heart rate, then I think blowing a handful of pocket sugar into somebody's face would work.
Yeah.
But the thing I found though, it's like teaspoonful of sugar, and you don't often eat like a spoonful of sugar by itself, or at least I don't.
Right.
And so I was like about to eat this teaspoonful of sugar, and I was getting and I felt like a little nervous about it because I was like, oh, this is just like a big hunk of sugar,
like dry stuff.
Yeah. And
cinnamon challenge.
Me being nervous about it did the work of changing my heart rate. And I was like, oh, I don't actually have to eat the sugar.
Woo!
It's a weird thing like that.
You Jedi mind tricked yourself into stop hiccuping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite way to change my heart rate is to affect my vagus nerve, and it's by
That's
pressing.
why we're driving to Vegas right now.
Yeah, I press on both of my eyes.
Oh.
And I discovered this by accident, and apparently it's a real thing. The best way that I can get to sleep, this always worked very well when I was younger, is I would lie in bed and I put my arm across my face like this, and I would do it in such a way that I can get. It's going to be hard to demo it. You put I get this part of my arm across my ear, so it seals my ear. I get the crook of my elbow far enough across that I can put the fleshy bits of each part of the arm across the elbow, pressing against my orbits. And then I turn slightly so I can bury my other ear into my pillow.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. And the pressure on my eyes, apparently, it causes a vagus nerve, vagal? Vegas. Vegan? No.
I want to go to a casino.
It causes a vagus nerve reaction that causes your heart to slow down.
Is that like the putting your face in water reaction?
Yeah.
Isn't that just drowning?
Yeah. Well, you're doing it on purpose. Nobody's holding your head down there.
You're allowed to
Yeah.
remove your face from the water afterwards.
Yeah. Vasovagal is probably where the word I'm thinking of derives from. But the idea is that you have a nerve that causes a reaction with your heart, and it'll cause your heartbeat to slow down, and I get to sleep every time. But as I've gotten older, my dimensions have changed slightly, and nothing fits the way it used to, and it's hard. But I've been thinking about getting a weighted mask for my face, so that it actually would cause the same effect.
I was gonna say, since I started getting ready for Zeta, I have earplugs and like a sleep mask.
Same.
Which has been very helpful.
Yep.
I feel like that would accomplish most of the same thing as the arm thing, but simpler.
You could also do the arm thing on top of it.
Oh yeah, really just press down on that.
Just really enclose your headspace.
I have a weighted blanket. I could probably just put that on my face.
I have that ostrich pillow.
Oh yeah?
I could just give that to you.
I could.
Yeah.
How does it work? Do you like it?
I get too hot.
Yeah, I think I would probably too. Yeah.
Yeah.